Hey everyone, and welcome to Brick Talk TV Live, and welcome to the second stream for the Pac-Man, which we started last week. If you missed it last week, we got up to the end of bag 7, so we're halfway through because there's 14 bags in the set. In the first view, we built this little piece here, which turns when you rotate it around there to show Pac-Man chasing the ghosts and vice versa. And we also got part of the actual arcade machine built as well. So we've got the controls, which if you press this button here, lights up the 25% slot as well. And we've got a little joypad ready to go in there as well. And we also started the TV screen where the arcade's going to be. So it's quite fiddly, this bit. It's got lots of little chains and little printed tiles on there. So we managed to start that. I think the next bag is going to be a continuation of building this grid as well. So we've got a bit more to add onto here. So we'll crack on. Also, just a reminder, next week we're going to do the oversized minifigure. So on the poll that had the most votes. So we're going to be doing that next weekend at the same time. And I'll put another poll up on the community tab after this as well, so what we're going to stream after that. So let's crack on then and open bag number 8. Hey Matthew, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. You've been on holiday or somewhere. So we've got 3 bags in this, again full of a lot of Technic pins, Technic pieces, so we're just going to be adding to our screen already. This is actually, as I said last week, probably one of the most fiddliest bits of Lego that I've built this screen. So we'll see how we go today. My fingers were hurting after last week's stream. So we've got lots of Technic cylinders. Probably shouldn't have opened the whole bag. Now they're rolling everywhere across the table. Probably should have left them in there, never mind. We've got Technic pins. I'll leave them in the bag for now. And then we've got lots of these longer pins, and we've got 4 length bars in tan colour. Basically it's a bag full of things that are probably going to all roll off the desk in different directions in a minute. So first up we need a couple of these Technic 1x2 round end pieces. We need a 1x3 of that as well. And we need some Technic pins. 6 Technic pins. 3, 6. And we're going to stick 2 pins in each of these 1x2 pieces. Like that. And then in the 1x3 we're just going to stick a pin in each either end. If you remember last week, we stuck this chain in here so these pieces move around, as you can see, and there's a separate loop up here where this ghost is going to move around. So to start us off, we need to rotate it around, so we're the right way around, and our 1x3 is going to click into this top section here, and our 1x2s go in mirror opposite of each other, just in there and there. Then we need another 1x3, and we've got a couple of spacers as well. A Technic pin with a stud on it, a red one, and we need 4 of these longer Technic pins. Let's just move the camera a little bit so you can see a bit more of the pieces coming out. 8th grade, eh? Congrats, Matthew. Then we've got these longer Technic pins. So what we're going to do next is the 3 holes. We're going to stick the small Technic pin with a stud in the middle, and then either end these longer grey Technic pins with bars on. That's going to go on top of the 1x3 we just stuck on at the top, and then the spacers we're going to stick these longer pins on as well. They're going to go either end of this longer one here, one in there, one in the other end. Next up we need a T-shaped one, and we need 2 more of the 1x2 ones. A couple more pins with studs on in red. And then we've got 6 of the longer pins. And for each of the 1x2s, we're just going to stick the long pins in. They're going to go on top of the 1x2s we stuck on earlier. 10x cylinders rolling around the table here as well. Goes on the other side. And then on the T, at the top of the T, we're going to stick our red pins with studs. And then we've got the longer pins going down the length of the T, like this. And that's going to go in the middle here. Then we've got a couple of 1x5 round-ended pieces here, these ones. I'm going to snap them together and stick a cross Technic pin in the middle. So snap them like that, and then we're going to feed through the cross end of this Technic pin. And that's going to go across these red dots in the middle here. Also have to be careful when pressing down, because on the back here we've got a couple of bars that stick out, so as you push things in, these pins start to push out a little bit, which could mean things start popping off. Next up we need a couple of corner plates in black and 4 1x2 round-ended pieces. And then a couple of 1x1 round plates as well in black. We're going to stick the 2 1x2 rounds together. Then on one of those studs, stick the corner plate. And then stick the 1x1 round. Just like that. And that's going to go on top of our 1x5 here. We do the opposite the other way around. Weather's not so good today, Matthew, in London. It's a bit, it's quite windy the last couple of days, and it's looking a bit cloudy. It's still quite warm. I think it's about 21 degrees, but it just feels a bit cooler with the wind. Then we've got a 5 length one of these arms, and a 3 length another pin with a stud on it, and then 6 more of the longer pins. And we're going to stick 3 of the pins in this 3 length arm. That's going to run down here onto this bit here, you can see it. And then on the 5 length arm we're going to stick the red pin 4th hole across, and then the other 3 in front of it we'll put the longer pins through. That's going to feed on here, and that spare hole is going to go across this white bar that's sticking out. Then we get a couple more 1x2s and a spacer and 5 longer pins. 3, 4, 5. Stick the longer pins all the way through the 1x2s. These are going to go on, one's going to go in here between that 1x5 we just stuck on, and then the other one is going here. Then our 1x1 spacer one, it's going to stick another long pin through that, and that's going to go at the top up here. So this is kind of raising up all the walls there. Then we get 2 of these 1x6 pieces, and then we're going to get 6 of the longer pins, and we're just going to stick them in all the holes, but we'll double it up. We'll stick these 2 together, feed the pin through. This one's going to go down the bottom. feed across here. Then next up, we're going to take 64 of these Technic cylinders, all the pins and all of these rods, and we're going to make 64 of the same thing. So this is going to get a little repetitive. We're going to try and get some Technic pins out. Essentially, we're going to put the Technic pins, one in each end of our cylinder, and then one of the rods we're going to stick into one end like that. So we're going to make 64 of these pieces now, and they're probably again going to roll all over the table. This is not going to be the most exciting part of the build. These are then going to stick in again to the top all of our pins that we've got stuck on here. Hey Brandon, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you've got a clean iPod. Ages to do. Don't want to do that one figure the way through then. While you watch me boringly do this, don't forget to hit that like button if you could, that would be great, just so more people get to see the stream. Like I said, there's 64 of these to make. Whoa. Seems like it's... got the Batcave shadow box this week for free at work, so I'll add that as one of the options on the poll that I'll put on. Interesting to see what that's like when it's built. A completely black set, fingerprints all over it, but it looks pretty interesting. And I do want to get a penguin minifigure. Favourite Batman villain. Still quite a few of these to go, but we're getting there. We're getting close to the end. I reckon probably about 15 left to go. Ish. Nearly there. Less than 10 to go. bunch of fireworks. Three left I can see on the table. That's something rolled away. Possibly they have. And the last one. I hope it's the last one. I've only got these 2 tenny pins left. And another rod. So, there is a lot of pins, Alexander. Yeah, look at all that. That's 64 of these now. So now what we've got to do is stick them onto these grey pins according to the map. So let me check right at the top. Some of them are going to go into the actual grid itself. So we've got 2 at the top. Like that. And one here. Actually, I have been all the way through, which I didn't do, so I'll do that as I push them through. And we've got one here. It's going to make a C shape. I'm holding this up just because of the rods at the back that stick out. If I put it flat, I'll probably pop the rods out. So I'm going to do a C shape up here, just around this bit. Then we've got 4 across here. So you go up. Essentially we're just filling in all the rest of the space that isn't got anything in it at the moment. One goes down here. This goes all the way down. Goes around this T shape we've got here. Oh nice, Matthew, I haven't had an omelette for ages. I need to have an omelette soon. Right. Then we're going to go all the way around here. Let's say this isn't probably the most interesting part of the build, but it will be interesting to see what it looks like at the end of this screen. So this goes all the way along the bottom here. This bit underneath that T, then we're going to kind of come up here and this also does hurt the fingers a little bit, these tenny pins, pushing them in. So we go up here. And then we're just going to complete the circle. We're not going this way, we're just going to go that way. Push that in. There. So we've done this side now. You can see these are forming the little pieces that Pac-Man eats. And that's the gist of what these are doing. Then we're going to go on the other side. So on the other side, start at the top corner, try and use my other finger to rest. Then we go 5 across. We'll go 3 down, so there, and just follow this bit round. And then we're going to do an L shape down here just to finish off. Quite clever, I didn't think this was going to be what he's eating. Works quite well with a little tan rod coming through the 10-link pin. Right, so there's all of those stuck in now. Then just to finish this off, we get some telescope pieces. We're going to add some tan 1x1 rounds to the top. One goes in down there. There's 3 of these. One goes up here. And then one more goes on this side. And then we've got 2 tan rods themselves, and one goes in an existing pin here, and the other one goes in an existing pin there. And that's the end of bag 8. So we've got all of those pieces now on the screen. Quick open bag 9. It's just one bag 9. Quite a few printed tiles, the blue tiles on this one. And what we start with is a 2x10 brick, and we're going to stick a 1x2 brick in the top pins here. Then we're going to add a 1x3 brick next to that, and then we have a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 1x12 brick which goes on next and overhangs. And in the overhang we're going to stick 2 2x3s underneath to extend our piece. Oh, sorry, not 1x3, 1x4 at the end. A little stud short there. There's 1x4, there it is. 1x4 there, so we have a step like this. That's going to be added to the bottom studs over here. So now we'll do the frame that the screen sits in, I guess. Then we go round to the other side. On here we're going to stick a 1x4 brick at each end in black. Then we've got a 1x1 brick in black, goes on next. Then we've got a 1x4 plate that goes on next. Then we have one stud left in the middle. while we're this end, we're going to build up this a bit more. So for that, we're going to get two 1x4s with studs on the side in dark grey. 4 of these 1x2, and the third 4 of those. There's the fourth one. Right in, there it is. And 4 1x1 bricks in black as well. And we'll stick a 1x1 in black at each end to start with. Then our 1x4s with the studs on the side go on. Then our 1x2s by third, 2 go on together. And then of course we stick 2 1x1s together, and they'll go into our final gap just in there. So that's the bottom done. Then we're going to get 4 2x3 bricks and also 4 2x2 bricks. Pair these up. And then we're going to put these in the gaps here. So the 2x2s go into this gap, hopefully. Push down and into this gap on this side. 2x3s going in here. We've already got some 2x3 plates on the grid. So they're level now with the parts. Then we're going to get 4 1x2 the round end plates. And also, I think these are new for me, 1x3s with the round end plates as well. 2 of those. Pair them up again. And the 1x2s go in this C on this side and this one on this side. And then the 1x3 is going to go in the middle here. Just like that. So again, that's all levelled up at the top. Then we get 3 1x5 rounded ends. And we get 6 1x2s. And we're going to stick the 1x2s on the 2 studs on here. So make a shape like that. These are going to go across here, here and here. It's going to allow us to add the tiles on top to put the walls around, the corridors and Pac-Man running around. Then we get 3 1x3 round ends and also 3 1x2. This time we're going to stick the 1x2s into the 1x3s to make a shape like that. And then that's going to go in here, other way, into the T's we've got going around here. Fill in that gap. Then we want 8 1x3s, and we're going to pair these up. To make 4 lots. Stick one in here, one up here, one on the opposite side, one up there. Then we've got 3 more of these 1x3s, 4 1x2s, and a couple of 1x1 rounds plates. 2. We'll stick the 2 into the 1x3, then we'll stick one at a right angle, and we'll stick the 1x1 on there to make an L shape. It's going to sit in the middle on this side. Then we'll do the opposite for the other side. And out too many 1x3s here, I needed 2. And that's going to go on this side here. Then we need 2 1x3s, 3 1x2 ones, 1, 2, 3, and another 1x1. This time we take the 1x3, going to make a T shape, so put the 1x2 on top of the 1x3 in the middle there. And the 1x2s each end, so we've got the gate at the top. And then there's a 1x1, the other one. We'll get 2 out. We need 2. There it is. So making this funny T-shaped piece, that's going to go in the middle here. So you see how it's all levelling off. A few more bits to go, got to fill up this gap here. So for that gap we get 4 1x3s and a couple of 1x2s. I'm going to make an L here. We'll go in this side. We'll just stick the 2 1x3s together, fill up the last gap. Then we're going to get 4 of these panel pieces, 2, 3, 4. We've got 2 1x2x2s and 4 1x1 bricks. Telescope over there. And then we're going to start to enclose this bit here, so we get the 1x4 panel there and 1x2x2. The panel goes across there, and then we stick 2 of the 1x1s together. Just do that because I'll need to mirror this on the opposite side, and that starts to come down there. Then we just copy this on the other side, so the panel goes in, 1x2x2, another panel, and 1x1, so on the side you can see it's being enclosed a bit more. Then we get 4 more of the panel pieces. These are then going to run across here and here with a 1 stud gap. Like that. Some groove going on. Then we need another 4 panels, and we need 6 of the 1x2x2s. This is going to finish us off now. We'll just run the pieces down here. So, got 1x2 in, then a panel comes in a moment. Hang on, another 1x2, then a panel, and a 1x2 sideways. Another panel finishes off that side, same on the other side, so 1x2x2, 2 of those, panel, one by 2 goes in, and another panel. So now we've sort of enclosed that maze all the way around now. And we can start sticking on the tiles that are going to outline the course. So for that we're going to need 4 blue corner tiles, 1 1x3 and 12 1x2s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. We'll start the corners in the corner at the top here, and then down here. As low as we'll go on this step. Now we'll fill up the top. 3 across at the top, and our 1x3 is going to finish off that for us. There's that bit, top of the grid done. Then we need 2 2x3s, the 2x2s, 4 1x3s, 2, 3, 4, 6 1x2s, 2, 4, 6. We have to fill in some of these central pieces, so the 2x2s go on our 2x2s, and of course our 2x3s go on our 2x3 bricks that we stuck on earlier. Fill in that gap. Then we have a 1x3 coming down. We have a 1x2 here and on the other side. And on this side and this side. Then the 1x3 goes across. Then one goes in the middle, and then the 2 1x2s go next. There you go, you can see how the walls coming together at the top. Then we'll move down now and do the outside of the wall for the rest of this. So we need 1 1x3, we've got 8 corner ones, and 18 1x2s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So start with a corner tile. We've got our 1x2s, these are the exits. Then we start with a 1x2 on the other side. Then a corner tile. Then a 1x2. And another corner tile. Ooh. Throw that across the room. Then a 1x2. We come down. Then a 1x2 facing inwards. Another 1x2 on each side. Then we have a corner tile, and then same as we did before, it's 3 1x2s along the bottom, and finish off with a 1x3 in the middle. So that's the edge now done. Then we need 7 1x3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 1x2s. We're just going to fill in the middle bits here. So, start in the middle here, 1x3, make a T-shaped barrier, and some 1x3s in the middle, up this side here and the other side, and 1x2, and in this space here, a couple of 1x2s, and 1x3 here, one there, and final one, 1x2. So that's the end of that bag number 9. You can see we've got all the outlines now for the grid. So next up, bag number 10. some more Technic pieces now. So working a bit more on the mechanics, I think, of how this is going to move, which is what that central part here is going to be helping us with, I think. So for this next bit, I need one of these pins. We have a sort of pointy steeple piece, we have a cone piece, a couple of 1x1 round plates, we also need, if I can find it, a printed tile 1x1 round with a cherry on it. Where's the cherry on it? There's the printed cherry. Then we need this piece as well. So we start with 1x1 round going into our cone piece, and then onto the top. Then we stick the cherry, the printed cherries going on top. That sits on this pin. That threads through this piece. And then we stick the spike on the other side. So we start with something like this. This is going to go in here, I think. Go into the, I think it goes in there like that. So it's just resting there at the moment, nothing much happening to it. Then we get two 1x5s. We're going to stick a 1x3 tile in the middle in black on both of them. And then each end we're going to have 1x1 squished brick. Forms something like this. I believe goes on here and here. I think that's right anyway. These things rotate. Then we get a 2x2 round disc with a stud, a squashed 1x1 red brick, 1x1 round, and a printed tile with an orange ghost. So put the disc on the squished brick, then our 1x1 round on the stud, and then our orange ghost goes on. That's gonna go, I think, on our spiky blue piece. Again, I think this is right. I'll find out in a minute. Then we're going to build an enclosure around that. So for that we get a 1x5 black plate. We're going to stick this 1x1 printed tile with a pink dash through it. Put our blue 1x2 tiles either side. It goes across the top like that. Then we get a 1x5. I'm going to stick a 1x3 blue printed tile in. Two of our 1x2s. Bottom of that we'll stick some 1x1 rounds to level it off. And then into those we'll stick two cones. bottom to build the enclosure in the middle there with our orange ghost. Then we've got to push that through, and our pins, which I've already pushed in. Next up, we need two 1x2 round ends and a couple of the 1x3 round ends, 1x1 round, 1x3 tile and a 1x2 tile. Stick the 1x1 round on the 1x2, add the 1x3 onto the top of that, add a 1x3 to the bottom of that, 1x2 on top. Something like this. This becomes the wall going across here, like that we were missing. Then we get three 1x1 rounds. Four 1x2s. Four, a couple of 1x3s, some 1x3 tiles and a couple of 1x2 tiles too. So we're going to stick a 1x1 round into the 1x2 rounded ends. We're going to stick a 1x3 tile onto that. It's going to stick on our gap here to finish off that, and then to finish off our final one here, we're going to make a T shape. So we get a 1x3, 1x2 on it, 1x3 running across, a couple of 1x2s into that, and add our 1x1s, so making a long top T like this. Then we'll stick our tiles on top. Go into that gap there. There's our grid, looking good. Then we're going to flip this over. Oh, just not to look off there. Flip this over like this. You can see the underside. It's got various rods sticking out on this side. And we're going to add some gears and things to that now. So we need, for this bit, a red one of these pieces, two Technic pins with studs on in red. Got one of these stopper pieces. We have a gear. We have a pin with a ball joint on the ends. What else do we have? We have a crank. I think that's it. So we start with this crank. We're going to add the two Technic pins with studs on into the holes here in the middle. Then we'll connect our red piece into the pins that are sticking through. Then we'll add the ball joint to the crank. That's going to sit onto this rod here, like that. We'll put a stopper on our grey pin, and our gear is going to go on this reddish brown rod like that. Just added those to the back. Going to add some more now. So we have a tan coloured gear, grey Technic pin. We've got four Technic pins in black, four, a large blue gear, one of these yellow pieces and two grey pieces. Start with this yellow piece. We're going to add two Technic pins into the holes there. It's going to feed in to these two holes left here. our tan coloured gears going to stick on our stopper that we have here. Then we're going to stick our Technic pins into these grey pieces. Our grey Technic pin into this gear here. This is going to feed in here to connect with this gear, so they're connected. And I think these go in here. This one goes in here. I think that's about right. It's a little tricky to see, but I think that's roughly about right. We'll find out in a minute. Then we'll just push that to the side. We're just going to build another part here. So we've got an 8 length pin. We're going to stick a yellow stopper all the way down to the end. Then we have a spacer piece that goes on. Then we have one of these blue pieces, and another stopper goes on after that. Then we have a tan coloured gear again, that's going to go on next. 2 more grey spacers go on. Another one of those blue pieces but facing the opposite way. And another stopper piece goes on. So we've got something like this. We're going to stick 2 axles in black into the 2 holes here and on this side, like this. Then we're going to get a 8 length rod here. We're going to add an orange connector to the end. Then we'll run a spacer down. Then we have another tan coloured cog gear goes down. Then we've got 3 more grey spacers. 1, 2, 3. Another one of our blue pieces here. And another stopper piece. Then we're going to add a black gear to the end of that. I can't see a black gear. It is hiding under a bracket. That's just going to fit on the end like this. And then with the spacer, connect that to what we've just built. Ideally, level like this, and we'll add another axle to this piece. So we've got something like this now. We're going to line that up across here now, so yeah, sometimes just need to make sure the axles don't stick through so it slides on. Check this all lines up, so that should line up there. There we go. Then we just push the axles through the pieces we've already stuck in now. So these gears all line up, and we'll rotate round to move it. Hey William, welcome to the stream. Welcome to anyone who's joined. So with that done now, the mechanism kind of there, we're going to add 12 of these Technic pins, these longer and shorter end ones around the edge. So 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. And we're going to stick the shorter ends in. So we've got 3 going in here, 3 at the top, and then we'll just repeat that on the opposite side as well. So now we've done that, we're going to put that to the side a moment, and we're going to build two of these next things together. So we've got an upward facing bracket and a 2x2 plate. So we'll do two of these together. Then we're going to add a 1x2 yellow plate to the back to level it off. Then we get another 2x2 plate, stick that on top. Then we get these Technic 1x2s with two holes. Stick two of those on, so the holes are facing sideways like that. Then we're going to add another upward facing bracket and a 1x2 yellow plate to level that off. Then we stick another 1x2 yellow plate onto where the bracket is, and this time it's a 1x2 plate with two clips that go at the back, and again another set of 1x2 Technic bricks with two holes in, and an upward facing bracket again and a 1x2 plate. Then we're going to stick a 2x2 plate on top of that, and another set of Technic bricks on top of that. Then with that done, we're going to, on the bracket, stick a 2x6 grey plate like this. And to finish it off at the top, we'll stick a 2x2 tile at the top, like that. We then stick these level with the pack into our Technic pins. Goes on that side, this one goes on that side. Now we need to do similar attachments for the bottom so we can attach the screen. Again, so we're doing two of these at a time. Two upward facing brackets. We're going to stick a 2x2 plate into the back of it like this. Stick our 1x2 yellow plate underneath. Then we've got our 1x2 Technic bricks going on. Then another set of brackets and the 1x2. 2x2 plate goes on top next, before another set of Technic bricks. Then we've got the upward facing brackets and the 1x2. Again, we do the 1x2s on the brackets, and then we've got ones with the clips that go at the back, followed by another set of Technic bricks, stick our 2x6 plate then on our brackets. Top of the, here with tiles, 2x2 tiles, and like the other ones, we'll add this to the bottom 3 pins on each side. So that's that in place now, so it's something to attach. Then we've got a bit more mechanism to build, so we get one of these orange pieces here. We're going to stick a ball joint pin into one side, and then we have these two ball joint connectors come in, and we're going to add that to this cog here and that ball joint there. connected. Next up, we get 2 of these 1x8 plates. We're going to add a 1x3 brick to each end, and that's going to feed along the bottom just to finish off the edging of the base. Then if we flip this back over like this now, we're going to get some more bricks. Get the 1x8 here. We're going to stick some printed cherry tile on that. 4 studs in. It's going to go across the bottom. Then we stick a 1x3 in with nothing on it. And we've got one of these 1x14s, and we're going to stick 1x12s, 2 Pac-Man printed tiles. One is 4 studs from the ends, and we'll leave a stud. Stick another one on like that, and that's going to go across the bottom there. So that's the end of that bag. You can see how the screen's coming together now. So I'm going to push this to the side, like in bag 11. As I said, there's 14 bags in this set, so we're getting close to the end. Lots of panels in this one. We're going to start with a 2x3 dark bluish grey plate. And I think maybe there's another bag in there. Let's check. Yep. 2 bags. Space in this bit. While I'm doing this, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy the stream. Right. So back to this. So we've got these. We get 2 of the 2x2 modified with studs on the side. Stick them directly on top, and one overhangs by a stud. Then we're going to get a long plate. Add that to the overhang. Then we're going to add some more 2x2s all the way across the top of that, with the studs on the side. And we're also going to should have an overhang. Yeah, one more. So we now have an overhang on the end of that one. Then we're going to stick another 2x3 plate into the bottom of that, and of course, you guessed it, finish off with a 2x2 with stud in the end. So that's that complete. Then along the back row of studs, we're going to add some tiles. So we get 2 1x3 black tiles and 2 1x8. 1x3 goes each end. Then we're going to add our 1x8s all the way across to smooth that off. Then we're going to add tiles now on the front studs. So we have somewhere, I'll just sort of put it back down, now I can't see it. We'll need a 1x4 tile and a 1x3. And then we've got some 1x8. 2 1x8 tiles. So we start with a 1x3 down this end, 2 1x8s go on, and then we're going to have a 1x4 that overhangs by one stud at the back. This is going to run along our edge here, so where we've got these pieces here, we're just going to connect that. Hopefully, he says. Just connected that on top there. So it forms the edge of our screen on that side. Now we're going to do the same for the other side. It's the same design. Stick a 1x2 studs on the 2x2 with one studs on the side. Then we'll get the longer plate with the overhang. Add some more. Then we add an extra one, so we have an overhang again. And like last time, we'll add another 2x3 to the end. And finish off with another 2x2 with studs on the side. So we've got that done. Then we'll do what we did last time. We have 1x3 tiles each end. And then a couple of 1x8s in the middle. Then on these studs we have a couple more 1x8s, 1x3 and a 1x4 tile. Somewhere. Anywhere. Put the 1x8s on. We have a 1x4, look for the 1x3 tile, there it is, stick that on, and then this goes on the other side. To form the other side of the screen. Next up, we're going to get a long plate, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, we're going to add a 1x2 sloped piece somewhere. One of these pieces to the end. Then we'll add a 1x3 plate to the front stud here. Then we leave 2 studs and we add a 1x4 tile. Then we park that. We get another 2x2 studs on the side. Stick a 1x2 plate in the back to level it off. 1x2 plate in the front. Then we get one of these T-shaped bracket pieces, add that to the back. Then we've got a 2x2 with a round top. Then a 2x2 plate goes on next to level that off. Then we have a modified somewhere 2x2 plate with 2 studs showing. Can't see, where are you? There it is, that's going to go on top too, and just 2 studs there. Then we're going to add a window. There's going to be a sticker going on the window frame. And this is just beyond. Where is it? There's the trans clear glass, there it is. That's going to go into our window frame. Oh, it says we do that first. And then stick a 1-up. The 1-up sticker goes on here. Goes across the top of our window. Goes up, 1-up in there. Not particularly happy with the 1-up. That sticks on like that. I really hate that. The dreaded unpick and re. Unpick and re-stick of a sticker. connector perhaps. So it goes in there like that. Then we'll just put that to the side. We get another 1x2 with the round loop on, a 2x2 plate on top of that. And we've got one of these T-shaped brackets on top, with a 1x2 plate underneath. Stick a 2x2 plate on top of that, and then finish off with a 2x2 tile. Orientation correct here. Hang on, so go the other way around. About 6 times. That goes on there. T-shape goes on top. So we've got something like this. That then sticks on to what we've got here. Then we're going to add a 1x5 tan plate, and we're going to introduce a 8-leg pin around the back. It's going to go in and be held in place with a stopper. Like this for now. Push this to the side. We're then going to get one of these cylinders. We're going to add a 2x2 round plate to the base. A plate, if I can find it. No, I can't yet. That goes into the bottom. Then into the top we got 2 half circle pieces. These pieces. We're going to stick them into the middle studs to form an inner circle like that. Connect them together with a 2x2 round disc with a hole in the middle. And then again, fortunately, more stickers, so we've got to put the score stickers now on this wheel as it goes around. It says 3,333,360 is the maximum score you can get on the first 255 levels of Pac-Man. So with that in place, I'm not sure how to space these out exactly, but we need to stick these scores on the outside of this round piece. There's 4 scores, so I'm going to try and do it in the parts here where the round bit sticks out. Got these scores now on the outside. Then line this up. This right, hang on. This right, that was like that. So let's go in like that. Say what? Bear with me. I think the orientation of my part's got somewhat the wrong way round. going to take this bit off again. So if I flip this round, you've got 2 gaps there, and that's correct. It goes on like that. And this goes in this side. Pass the pin through this, hopefully all the way through. Yeah. Oh. Making this probably look more difficult than it needs to be. Just trying to line the pin up essentially so I can push it through. So push that all the way through eventually, so then we can see the scores rolling underneath as they come up. And with that in place, we're going to add a connector piece here to the end of our rod, and then we're going to get a 2x6 red plates, and we're going to add the T-shaped brackets to the bottom. Then we're going to add a 1x6 blue plate on top to level it off. Then we get a 2x6 black tile, and then we're going to stick the high score sticker. Tile there. It's going to stick onto the front here. Then we add another 1x5 plate at the back and another longer plate there. Then we're going to build another one of those pieces at the end, so we stick a 1x2 into a 2x2, then we have a T bracket at the back, 1x2 at the front, 2x2 with a loop facing downwards, and then a 2x2 tile in back. That then sits at the end after there. Then we get another pin. This time we're going to feed a small cog all the way to the end of it, and then we're going to feed that through and push that into the connector at the other end like this. Then we get a 2x2 modified with 2 studs showing, a 1x2 plate into that, and a 2x2 Technic brick with a hole in, another 1x2 plate, and we'll stick a Technic pin with a normal pin and a cross connector in next. Into that we'll stick a larger cog or gear, then we'll stick a 1x2 plate into the base of our piece there like that. That's going to then go in next, so this cog is now touching that cog. Then we finish off here with a 1x2 brick and a 1x3 brick. Then we repeat that on top, 1x2 and 1x3. Then we get a 1x3 plate, stick that into a 1x8 tile. Then we add a 1x2 tile plate, into that tile. Then we have another long plate, stick a 1x8 tile on top of that, and that's going to go across the top. Across the top there. We get another 1x8 tile. Do the opposite way this time, put 1x3 this end and another one, and that's going to feed on the top of the other end. Then we're going to get some cheese wedges in black, 3 of these, and just put them on the studs that are still sticking out the back. Just to finish that bit off, and then this, back in our screen, it's going to stick on the top of our studs here. So we've got something like that now. See the high score, current score, and then the highest, well, one up high score. Now comes the time to rest this onto the arcade machine that we've already built last week. So we'll bring this back in. That's where we got to last time. We now need to rest this in here. What we've got round the back are the clips, which we clipped in. Need to now clip into the rods that we have on the back. So that's now clipped in. So just show you. Clip them into these clips here, 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 and here at the bottom there. So that's in position. So we've got a screen now. I'll show you on the wide camera as well. You can see that's now in position in the main unit as well, clipped in. And apparently, actually, if we move this now, it does kind of. It says something's clicking. Says of course, it moves like that and then gets stuck. Why do you get stuck? Oh no, our chain's broken. Tragedy. They say about that, do they? So our chain is not connected at the bottom. When did that happen? Yikes! Just in here, got the chain for this ghost is broke. But I don't think it's probably that that's causing an issue, to be honest. But this would be like how not to build the Pac-Man. I'd ever be able to how did that happen? on one, the other side clips off. I do think these chains are probably the worst. Short bar clip. It's going to be the best way. I regret this, I know I am. You can just see hours of work needs to be redone now to fix this all again. Do I really want to deconstruct it all? No. What's the best way of doing this? You don't want to take it apart. But I think I'm going to have to. Oh man. Apologies peeps. The chain has let me down. I can't fix it now, I'll do it afterwards. Just finish off the build as it is. It seems silly that the chain snaps after you fixed it when it was working alright the other day. Brings you back to roller coaster misery where the roller coaster used to break. At least that chain was easier to get. Admit defeat on this one, which is a shame, but I'll probably leave it as it is for now and fix it afterwards. I'm just going to put it back together for now as it is, and then we'll redo it afterwards. It's a shame because you won't see it working properly at the end, but I would like to get the rest of this finished today. So that's going to go and sit in there and not spin around, which is a shame. But you can see actually without that one, the pieces move around okay, so you can see they've got an issue with that. Just yeah, you can see hopefully the parts moving around quite nicely in the middle. It's just the chain at the bottom I've got an issue with at the moment, so I'll rebuild that after the stream. Carry on as we are. So next up sort of starting the top off, we start with a 2x4. We're going to add 5 1x2s in yellow on top, 3, 4, 5, like this. Then we're going to add one of these yellow panels and then a black panel. Then we're going to add a 1x8 yellow and black plate to the bottom here. Then continue with our yellow and black panels on top. That was a bit sneaky. I did miss the 1x2 they just added in yellow across first. Then we do that. Then we add this one. So with that done, then we add some bricks on top. So we've got yellow bricks here, and then we'll do the black bricks at the back. This we're going to add on to the top on this side. Ooh, can't see. Add it onto the top this side. Then we're going to do the opposite side. So start with a 2x4 plate, add 5 yellow ones again. Then we'll add our yellow and black plates, panels really, sorry. Remember our 1x2 this time. And add a 1x8. And we'll add more of our panels in. Then on the top, add our bricks. One by two there and 1x6. We're going to add that on this side. So the arcade's building up with our screen. Then we're going to get a Technic brick. We're going to add 2 Technic pins, one stud in from each end. And we'll stick a larger Technic brick. Three studs either side. Add a couple more Technic pins. Put one stud gap each end. Then we'll add some more yellow ones, and then again 2 more Technic pins. Each end here. Then we add these curved ends to these pins. Then with that frame in place, we're going to add these sloped bricks each end. Then we put some yellow 1x2 plates on. Then we've got this tan 2x16. It goes in the middle. Then we're going to add a ball joint connector in the middle, so 2, 4, 6, 8. One slide it over. That in the middle, and another yellow 1x2 behind that. Then we're going to get 2 of these longer pins and a spacer. Stick the spacer through the longer end. These are going to go in each end. Then with that in place, this is going to go over on these studs at the back. And then finally these lift arms are going to connect in at the back to keep the top part in place. Just added those lift arms either side there. So that's in the bag 11. We're on to bag 12 now. That's where my little pieces look a bit wonky. Open bag 12. Just help us finish off the top. So I'll slide that out of the way. Start with this longer plate here. We're going to stick a 1x2 at the ends, and then we're going to stick another one next to it like this. Then we get a 2x4 black plate that goes on next. Then we have a 1x6 brick. I think it's 6. 1x4 in yellow goes in this end, and a 2x6 in yellow goes next to it like that. Then we've got 2 of these Z-shaped bricks. They go on next to each other like this. And then this sticks at the top, just behind. Just a step out there. We'll go crazy into this. Got to move back a step. Got these 2x2 in yellows in the front, and then a couple of 1x1s. So one goes just behind, and the other ones go here and on this side like that. Then this piece goes in the back here. Connects on there, and we'll do the same for the other side. It's annoying that chain's broken. I knew it would be a problem. It was fiddly when I put it in last week. Then we'll stick a 1x4 on, 2x6 in yellow. We've got our Z-shaped pieces. This time this one goes on the opposite side. And in the middle we get a 2x4 and a 2x3 plate overhanging like that. Then we add some more 2x4 plates to that. One more to the top. then this fits into this middle section here, just like that. And we've got 4 longy yellow plates like this. This can go across the top. And here 2x3 go on. 2x4 smoke. 2x4s and a 1x2 just each end. Some more 2x3s and some 2x4s. 2x4s at the back. And 2x3s. Then we've got again, a couple more 2x3s and 2x4s, 1x8s and 1x4s. Just adding up on these sides again, and then we'll do the middle bit where we've got the 1x4s going along the back. Run 3 1x8s across. And we'll do another row. This time we put 2x3s on each side. Two yellow bricks and the black 1x8 in the middle. Then put that to the side. Going to get 2 2x2 plates, stick them together, stick them on this tenic piece here, like that, and stick another plate at the back. Then we'll stick an inverted 2x2 at the front. Then we get one of these pieces here, stick that on top, and stick a green Technic brick with a cross hole as well in this gap here. Then we're going to stick a 1x8 brick across the middle, stick a 2x4 on top, and then 2 1x4 modifier with 2 studs. And we actually have to build 3 of those, so another 2. He's going to go into the back. Then this is going to fit across the front section we've got here, across here, so we're going to stick our first one in there. This one there, last one there, and then into those we're going to stick these rods or pins. 3 of those go in. We then stick a 1x6 blue tile in between each of these, and then we finish off at the front here with some more panel pieces. Finish off the top of the machine. That's the end of bag 12. So I'll go onto the wide camera so you can get a better look. So we've just added this now up as we go through. Cool, so two bags in here, and then we've got, just probably finish the machine off, and then we've got the little insert of a minifigure playing the arcade to go on the inside. So for the top then, we start with one of these 4x14s, add 2 1x4 panel pieces on 2 studs at the top to make a T shape like this. Then we're going to get, hopefully, 2x6 tiles. Add just behind. Then we add 2 of these plates. Ooh. On top like this. Add 2 more panels and a 1x2 plate then at the top. Then running down from that we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2 black 1x12s and 2 yellow. Yellows go on the outside. Then we have the black ones on the inside. Do that each end. Then we're going to add another set of 1x12s in black underneath. Just extend this section here. Then we've got 2 more larger plates again to go in. Fill that gap. Then we're going to get 4 of these 6x6 plates. These are going to run. We also need a couple more 2x6s as well. 2x6s at the top, and then we're going to run these 6x6s underneath. Just pick this up a sec to push these in. So those are added now, and then we have to have another 2 1x12s and 4 1x6 tiles. Add a row of plates on first. Then we've got our 4 1x6 tiles that go underneath. get 2x12s and a 1x4 plate. Somewhere. Where is it? There it is. And we're going to add the 1x4 in to fill that gap in, and then these 2x12s will run along the bottom. Just like that. So that's what we've got at the moment for the top. Then on this row of studs, we're going to add 12 double cheese wedges in black right across. So that moves right across like that. Then we're going to put some round ends to these. So for that, build 2 of these at a time. And stick some 1x2 plates each end. Then we have a 1x8. Then we're going to stick a curved end brick in the end like that, on another 1x8 out the back of that. Then we've got one of these curved bricks that go on the end. One by 4, 2 lots of 1x4 tiles then go on. And then we're going to add these each side here, like so. And we're going to do the same now, but we're going to do it in yellow, from the outside parts again, 2 at the same time. We've got the 1x4 tiles, and then again just run this next to our black ones. So that now forming the top, and then this is going to be the lid, if you like. So this is going to sit on top. On top now, so I'll just quickly show you so we've got a roof, curved roof now, top of our arcade machine there. Now we're going to do the sign that says Pac-Man. So these are printed slope pieces, so we've got these 3 here. Start with this long piece to start with. Get the first piece, and then the other one, another yellow plate goes on, and we connect them together to form the sign there. There's a note here as well that says the world record for the fastest time with a perfect score is 3 hours 28 minutes and 49 seconds. Then we'll flip this over. We're going to run white plates then across the bottom. And then we've got these round 4x4 pieces. We're going to stick a 2x4 into the middle of each of those. And these are going to sit in the here. Like that, and that will allow us, if you remember, to slot it into pins that we've got stuck here. So that sits in quite good. Now we've got the Pac-Man sign hanging down, which just slots onto those pins that we stuck in earlier. That's essentially the arcade machine done. I think we just need to do the back to cover the gap we've got at the back, and the little minifigure playing the machine. So our last bag. Which also requires our last oversized parts, which are basically these massive tiles to cover the back. Right, so to start with, you get these. One more pack to open. We get the 4x6 plates to start with, and we're going to connect them to one of these large tiles. So connect them by a 2x4 stud formation like that. Then we're going to add the rest in. So I'll back there, I'll flip this over. We've got another plate across the bottom here. Then we have two other side as well. Just like that, and then we get two 2x2s. You can add them in the top corners. Then we're going to get a 2x6 red plate. We're going to add a 1x1 round in the top corner and a 1x2 underneath. We'll then get a Z-shaped piece, stick that on, and stick a 1x2 to level that off. Then a 2x3 to level that off. That's going to go down this corner. In there, we'll build a similar thing but mirror opposite for the other corner. Move over to the edge. There we go, we've got both those now in each corner. Hey William, welcome to the stream. Oh, I said that to you earlier, didn't I? I thought you was just joining us again. Then we're going to add to the end here our last 2x16, which is going to run right across the top. So we've got something like this. Then at the top we're going to add one of these pieces. We're going to add a corner plate, and we put a little paddle piece in our gap. Cover that with a 2x2 plate. It's going to go about there. We do then another one, but the other way around. It goes on that side. And we'll just put this to the side. Second, we'll get one of these 2x4 curved pieces. We're going to stick an inverted tile 2x2 into the bottom. Then we get a longer plate at the back and a 1x5 rounded plate in the front there. Then we do the opposite, so 2x2 inverted goes in there, 1x5 with rounded ends in the front, and then this sits in the other side. Then in the middle we're going to stick a ball joint connector at the back, another one at the front for the female version, and then a couple of 1x2 with the round ends either side to level that section off. Then a 2x6 tile goes on top of all of that. This is then going to sit on to our paddles that we stuck in earlier, resting on top like this. And then we can now attach this. The ball joint's going to be the connection that keeps it into the back. And if you can see, but down the bottom we've got some little sticky out pins where these parts are going to rest in, and then we've got the ball joint connection at the top, which is where that's going to feed in. So we can slide this to rest on, and then it clips, and then the other ball joint piece here just allows us to unclip it and put it out if we want to. So that just covers the back of the machine. Still need to do the joystick, of course, so let's just do the joystick next to operate the machine. Start with a 5-length rod. We're going to stick a blue cone somewhere into the ends. Then we have a large ball that goes onto the end of that. We'll stick 2 silver spacers up into there. Then we've got a 2x2 back round piece and a larger disc is underneath that. And then around this we've got these big red half circles that click together, gives us this joystick appearance. And we can, of course, we've just got the cross section hole here, we can just push that in so we can move, like it actually said, so all the way around. That moves around. We have the rubber pieces in there, obviously it doesn't do anything, but there for aesthetic reasons. And then we also need to add some more detail here, so we have another button. It goes, an inverted 2x2 goes into a 2x2 plate. Another 2x2 tile with a hole in it, and then we stick a handle bar into that. It goes on to a 1x1 round black plate, goes into this jumper and goes in there. Add another fake button that doesn't move. The one at the back does move and turns on the lights normally. So that's that done, and then of course we can add onto the top our pieces that we built the other day. So the actual arcade machine is done, so it looks like this now. Now we've got the joystick in place. We've got the light that lights up when you push this button down here. Put that into place there, which spins round when you push that button. Of course, the handle on the side, you can see moves these characters around, although this one's close to the bottom. And then of course the screw as well, you can rotate this by pushing the gear at the top as well, which of course the screw goes up and then it's all backed up. So now we need to build a mini version of this that's going to sit inside the actual arcade itself. So let's do that. For this we start with a plate of 6 by 12 inch, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and we're going to add 2 by 2 modifier, 1 by 2 tile, another one, and some 1 by 1 tiles. Like this. Then we're going to add 7 more 1 by 2 tiles. We add 3 at the back here and 4 at the front. Then we have a cutaway, couple of teal triangles, another 1 by 1 and a 1 by 2 tile. Added a bit of a pattern on the design of the floor. Then a plate and a tile, 2 more cutaway pieces here. We've got 2 more teal triangles, another plate, another tile, another 1 by 2. Finish this flooring off. And last piece there, so there's the floor. Now the actual arcade or Pac-Man machine, we start with one of these 1 by 2 1/3 with studs all the way around. I'm going to stick 2 plates in black on top. Then have these new pieces which I've not seen before, which are curved with studs on the side. So those go into the bottom, and then we stick a 1 by 2 plate on top. And another 1 by 2 plate on the studs above. And again on those there. Then we had a Technic brick with a hole in it. That's going to get a ball joint pin to act as a joystick. And then on the front we're going to add a 2 by 2 tile, and we're going to add a sticker from the Pac-Man machine. And at the back, we're going to put an upward facing bracket, 1 by 2 yellow plate, then 2 Erling bricks go on top. Then we're going to stick on black curved piece here. This is actually going to have the computer game or Pac-Man on it, so there's a sticker for this. Stick on there like that, and we've got a couple of 1x1s with 2 studs on the side, go back to back, and you get a white tile 1x2 and a plate, and we're going to stick a sticker, yes, with Pac-Man written on it, since I've left all the fiddly stickers to the end. Goes on top. Doing a very good job with these stickers today, I must admit. Usually a lot of the stickers, not today. And with that done, we'll do the sides. So for that we'll do a 1x6 plate. We're going to add a 1x3 tile, and a corner tile, side stickers on the 1x3 tile. Then we add a wedge plate, 1x3 tile, stick a 1x2 at the back, 1x3 there. That forms one side there the machine there like that, and then we'll do the same for the other side. Our last sticker of the set. There's our little version of our arcade machine that sits on the corner there. Then we've got our machine player, so we've got some sand blue or light blue legs, got a little Pac-Man printed t-shirt underneath there, one facial expression, long hair here. And we do, the head slightly, have a 5 coin in their hands. And the figurehead trying to run away, stay there. So put the coin in their hands, and then they can be positioned at the arcade machine like that. We're not done yet, we've got some more things to add. We're going to add a red dish here and a steering wheel over here. There's a note here that says the vignette with the gamer minifigure and Pac-Man console is a tribute to the classic arcade game halls. Then we've got an inverted 2x2 round. We're going to add a 2x2 tile with a stud in it. Then we'll add a handlebar into the middle of that. That's going to form a stall like that with the steering wheel, which is quite a cool little stall design. Then we're going to do a gumball machine, so we get an Erling brick, stick a 1x1 round red into the back of that, a silver 1x1 on top and a red one on the front. Then we're going to add a handlebar into the back bit, a minifigure head onto this red bit, and then a big massive ball on top, and then that's going to go just behind like that for the gumball. Then we got a seat, I think, so we get a 2x2, put a modified 2x2 on, upward facing blue bracket, a 1x2 plate, then a curved piece, and then a handle piece goes on the front. I'm not really sure that's a bin. Oh, it's a little bin. How cool is that? And that goes into our 2x2 at the back. So there's our little vignette, all complete, and then that can sit basically in the back. So if we go to the wide camera, the vignette there. Then what we can do is, if you take out the back, that can sit in this little space that we built at the start. So it can stick on a jumper in the back like that and be hidden away if we want it to. And then there's our finished Pac-Man machine. So we've done the vignette, we've got the bits at the top which we built last week at the start. We've got our grid now, joystick that wobbles, money that lights up, and then as we turn the handles, we've got the Pac-Man running around. Probably goes that way actually, it's better. So it's not going backwards. You can see him running around. I do need to fix this bottom chain that's not working properly. And once I fix that, we should probably get some movement with this central piece as well. But there we go, that's the end of it for today. So let's go back to the main view here, look. So you've got the rotating pieces, and then you can see the Pac-Man and the ghost in the middle moving around. I'll fix the other section after this stream today, so I can get the other ghost moving around the bottom and the middle bit working, and a few technical issues with the chain I think. And then around the back, you can see we've got this back here. Just to show you again close up, take it out. You can see the back mechanism there, and you can also see our little vignette of the lady playing the arcade machine in there as well. And what is probably a bit more difficult to see, I'll put this back on, is here at the top we do have a little cog, if I can find it. There's the cog. Then as we spin it, you can see the scores changing just above the live there as well, so we can say what score you currently got. So that's the other feature. That's all the features of the Pac-Man. So hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Apologies again that the chain broke on the bottom one, but I'll fix that afterwards. But you can see how it kind of works when you move it. If you enjoyed the stream, do hit that like button as well, because it helps others find the stream. If you haven't subscribed as well, do hit that subscribe button so we help to grow the channel. As I said, next week we'll be doing the oversized minifigure build as well, so join me at 2 PM British Summer Time for that if you're interested, or watch it on demand afterwards. And then I'll put another poll up after today's session so you can vote on what we stream next. As I said, we've got the Batcave Shadow Box, which has just arrived. I've also got the Eldorado Fortress, which I'll put up, Hocus Pocus House, and a few others that we haven't got to yet as well. So do cast a vote on that. So whatever you're doing for the rest of your Sunday, do enjoy yourself and stay safe. And join me next Sunday at 2 PM British Summer Time for our next build. So see you then.